Have you ever wondered why your shooting is bad? Well, it's probably because you're making one of these mistakes. So today, we'll show you the mistakes you're making and how you can learn from them. And speaking of learning, do you know what successful people do every day? They learn. And with Brilliant.org, learning is easier than ever. See, Brilliant is an interactive online platform that makes it easy and fun to learn subjects like math, science, and computer science. And man, I wish I had this when I was in school, because back when I was in science class, man, I couldn't even tell you the difference between dark matter and dark energy. Which of course I now can. But if I had access to Brilliant, I would have been able to take their astrophysics course and easily learn that information and more. And then I probably would have gone on to find the thousands of other lessons that Brilliant has, and the new ones that are added every month. Lessons in things like math, AI, data science, neural networks, and more. So, if you want to learn outside the football pitch, go to Brilliant.org/allattack or click on the link in the description to get a 30-day free trial. And for Brilliant's annual premium subscription, the first 200 of you will get 20% off. You're watching All Attack.
Hitting the wrong part of the ball.
When players are first learning to shoot, they often hit the wrong part of the ball. Often, this means hitting the underside of the ball, which, if you hit it with any power, will send your shot high over the crossbar. So that's why, typically speaking, it's best to strike near the center of the ball, or just under the center. This will give your shot the most power and keep the ball low.
Using the wrong part of your foot.
Now, most people know this, but it's usually best not to use your toe to shoot. Instead, usually you want to use either the inside of your foot or the top of your foot. Depending on which shooting technique you're using.
Too long a run-up.
Some beginners think that a longer run-up will equal a more powerful shot. This is not the case. The truth is, after a few yards of your run-up, you're not going to be adding any extra power onto your shot. So instead, what you should do is shorten your run-up. And focus on getting those few steps that you do take correct.
Straight run-ups.
Speaking of getting your run-up correct, some players, at first, run up to the ball in a straight line. This makes it difficult to hit the ball with any power. So instead, what you want to do is angle your run-up, so you can turn your leg and strike the ball properly.
Not looking at the target before shooting.
If you don't look up at the goal before you shoot, then it's more likely your shot is going to be inaccurate. So, if you have the time, what you should do is get your head up just before you shoot, and choose the part of the goal that you want to hit.
Not looking at the ball while shooting.
Although ideally, you should look up before shooting, It's also essential that while you're shooting, you look down at the ball so you can focus on striking it cleanly. And so it should go like this. First, you look up at the goal and pick your spot. And then you look down at the ball and strike through it.
Leaning back.
When your head and upper body is leaning back and away from the ball, it tends to send your shot high over the crossbar. So that's why, when you're shooting, you should lean forward so that your head is roughly over the top of the ball. And this will keep your shot low and hopefully on target.
Power over placement.
One mistake that beginners make is thinking that a more powerful shot equals a better shot. But generally speaking, a well-placed shot in the corner with medium power is better than a shot straight down the middle with a lot of power. So I'd say first focus on placement, and then over time you can add more and more power.
Not being on your toes.
When a ball is rolling or bouncing toward you and you want to shoot it first time, if you're not light on your feet or on your toes, then you're not going to be able to adjust quickly enough or get set to shoot quickly enough. So be sure to be on your toes to be ready for any movement or bounce that the ball takes.
Not practicing.
Perhaps the biggest mistake people make is not practicing. Because the truth is, you're not going to suddenly become good from watching a video. The only way to get better is to practice over and over and over again. All right, everyone, we hope you liked that video. If you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up right down there. And if you didn't, well, then what are you still doing here? It's kind of weird. All right, let's go.